Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel AL Bio Tutor. This is Dr. Sumed, and in this video I will talk about summarization of hormones that you are learning in A-level biology syllabus. When you are talking about endocrine system, it is considered with endocrine gland and they are secreting hormones. Main hormones we are considering mainly secretion form, that is coming from hypothalamus. So when we consider about this hormone system, hypothalamus, pituitary or some other gland, so there's a axis of these things. So hypothalamus, pituitary, another gland, and that will secrete another hormone. So like that, basically the from the 7 hormones that is secreted from the hypothalamus, out of these 7s we can take some axis. So as the first one we can talk about the thyroid axis. So hypothalamus stimulate the thyroid thyroid through the pituitary, and there you got the TRH, thyroid releasing hormone. Hypothalamus secrete thyroid releasing hormone, and this will act on pituitary, and anterior pituitary secrete TSH, which is act on thyroid and thyroid. So the thyroid hormone T4 thyroxine and T3 triiodothyronine will be secreted through the thyroid. Those are called thyroid hormone. And addition to that, from the thyroid, we will have the calcium, which is important in calcium metabolism. So when we consider the adrenal cortex axis, so hypothalamus will secrete corticotropin releasing hormone. This will act on anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary will secrete adrenocorticotropic hormone. This will act on adrenal cortex. Adrenal cortex will secrete glucocorticoids such as cortisol and mineralocorticoids such as aldosterone. That's the adrenal cortex axis. In addition to that, from the adrenal medulla, there's a neural control from the for the adrenal medulla, and in the sympathetic with the sympathetic activation from the nerve system. So adrenaline and noradrenaline will be secreted from the adrenal medulla. So that is very important in flight, fight or flight condition, the stress situation. You want that those hormones. And when we consider the gonadal axis, hypothalamus will secrete GnRH. This will act on anterior pituitary, and anterior pituitary will secrete FSH and LH, which is act on ovaries in females and testes in males. So ovaries will secrete through the corpus luteum progesterone, they will secrete, and ovarian follicle estrogen, and from the ovary itself secrete inhibin, which is inhibit FSH from the anterior pituitary. And when we consider about the male gonadal organ, that is testis, sertulid cell will release or secrete inhibin, and interstitial cell will secrete testosterone. That is a gonadal axis. We know that there are two inhibitory hormone, that is prolactin inhibitory hormone from the hypothalamus and growth hormone inhibitory hormone from the hypothalamus. So when you consider prolactin, so that is act on mammary gland, but this is not the endocrine gland, which is it is not a endocrine gland, which because it is not secreting hormone. So prolactin is not a releasing hormone. So prolactin releasing hormone from hypothalamus will act on anterior pituitary and release prolactin, and prolactin inhibitory hormone will inhibit prolactin from the anterior pituitary. And when we consider about growth hormone, that part, hypothalamus will secrete growth hormone release hormone, which is increased growth hormone from the anterior pituitary, and growth hormone inhibited hormone, which is inhibiting both growth hormone and thyroid stimulating hormone also. So keep remember those things. And when we consider about posterior pituitary, these two hormones, oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, will produce in the hypothalamus, but they will release from the posterior pituitary through the nerve connection. So oxytocin will be act on mammary gland to release milk, and also it will act on uterine contraction. For the uterine contraction, ADH act on kidney for the water balance. So these are the hypothalamus, pituitary, hormones and with related hormones. And we consider about the other hormones, which is from the parathyroid gland. There are four parathyroid gland, and we have parathyroid hormone. And pancreas, inside the pancreas, we have the islet of Langerhans. Alpha cells will secrete glucagon, and the beta cells will secrete insulin. And if you consider the thymus gland, that is important formation of T cells, maturation of T cells actually, and this will secrete thymosin, and final gland, this is secrete melatonin. My dear student, from this only one slide, we are having here very big summary for all about endocrine hormone. So that is that. So with the one slide, we can get about all the details of the hormones. Right. Thank you for listening, and we will meet up in the next video. And uh, you can subscribe my YouTube channel LL Biotutor and visit my mybiotutor.com website, and you can come to my Facebook page LL Biotutor. Thank you.